St. Bonaventure women's basketball team had a successful outing Wednesday night in the Riley Center, defeating Big Ten opponent Indiana 65-45. The win also gave head coach Jim Crowley his 200th career win. Let's take a look back at some highlights. The Bonnies came out of the gate white hot against Indiana in the first half, going on a 14-0 run thanks to buckets by Ortega, Walker, Jenkins, and Van Tatenhove. Later on in the first, it's Chelsea Bowker with a three of her own to beat the shot clock right at the buzzer. Horton loses the ball in the lane here, but Van Tatenhove recovers and nets two for the Bonnies. Then it's Walker with the fast break here. Later on in the first, Van Tatenhove is the recipient of a skip pass from Doris Ortega. Bonnie's up 9 at the half. Amelia Horton with the fake dishes it to Van Tatenhove for the long two here. Then it's Van Tatenhove with the assist to Bowker. Finally, down the stretch, Ashton goes hard to the rim, gets the bucket and the foul. St. Bonaventure wins at 65-45.
It was really good to see our kids lock in, especially I thought at the start of the game and the start of the second half. We really set the tone, and then we played really consistent, kind of maintained the rest of both halves. I mean, you look at the stats, are almost dead even for each half, except for some extra free throws in the second half and a lot fewer turnovers in the second half. I thought our kids moved the ball well, played really hard, and stayed composed when we needed them to.
3 wins over BCS teams and everybody else in the league behind in non-conference standings. Got to make them feel pretty.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you try not to think about it. It certainly will make me feel good in March because they can't take them away. And, you know, this group now has 6 of them in their career. I mean, that's a lot of people go through here in any sport and are lucky to get 1. And this group of seniors has 6. That's quite an accomplishment, and I think just speaks volume to their competitiveness and what they've done here. And more to go.
You held Binghamton to 9 points in the first half last game. You shut down Indiana. I think they had 5 points midway through the first. How do you come out of the gates and just shut a team down?
Well, I think other people will tell you it's how we play. It's our slow down pace. I'm going to tell you we defend pretty well.
Yeah.
I like how we ball pressure. We have a number of people that are really active away from the ball. And when you have that and you have people who are willing to pressure the ball and you're not giving up transition scores or second chance points, you're making people execute and score out of their offense, which when we're doing that, we're a pretty tough defensive team, and I thought we've done that pretty well the last couple games.
When you put a Big Ten team on your schedule, do you expect to out-rebound them?
No, we don't expect to out-rebound anybody, Sam. I mean, you know, but our kids box out, and we have really good rebounding guards, and Doris is getting better at rebounding. Meg did a good job on the boards today. You know, Jenny's come a long way, rebounded, and, you know, we just, you know, sometimes you just get yourself in position and hope you can go get the ball.
This is Armelia's first game back, but she was limited with foul trouble. What do you think of her?
Well, it's a lot better to have her on the floor than sitting down. And she obviously didn't play as well as she's capable, but she'll fix it.
And this is your 200th win. What does that mean anything to you?
It means that it took a long time. It took too long. And it means that I'm really lucky to have the kids I've had come through here the last few years, because those wins have come a lot quicker than they used to.
Just elaborate on that a little bit. You know, you went from a program where
we were bad.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, well, I guess not all of a sudden, but I mean, you know, you're coaching your players. Just talk about that a little.
You know, it doesn't matter as a coach what you know. It matters what kind of kids you have and if they're willing to listen and incorporate in what you know. And over the last 7 years or whatever it's been, 6 years, we've had a ton of kids just willing to listen and willing to do what's asked of them, and above all else, willing to play really hard. And I'm thankful for that every day. Rarely do I leave a game and feel like we didn't play hard, and that's how we judge things. And as long as we keep doing that, good things will follow.
Meg and Jess, both you guys talked about what it's meant to play under Coach Crowley for all these years.
Want me to leave the room?
It's nice. He's like a father figure to us because of the distance from at home. He has a lot of knowledge for the game, and at times I get intimidated by him. but it's been a great run, definitely.
It's awesome. I mean, he's just always so excited for every practice and every game, and that gets us going, and it's awesome to play for somebody that has that much passion for the game.
Megan, this is your you tied your season high in points. Was anything working particularly well for you on the offensive end?
Just keeping it simple. Just playing the game. I seem to have overanalyzed my game too much at times. All I have to do is just keep it simple.
Yeah, and you've talked about how maybe you put a little too much pressure on yourself, or you think too much. Have you gotten better with that? You think?
It's coming along.
Yeah.
I think, I know now how it affects my game, and to just put it behind me.
Any further questions?
Jim, your 5 starters scored within 3.5 minutes. All 5 starters. Does that kind of speak to the different kind of team this is now from the Dana Mitchell days?
Yeah, I think, people understand what they can do. I thought early Elena did a great job attacking the rim and arm, and we got going with some good tempo, and it really put the pressure on them. And, one of the things we've tried to do is just make sure people understand what they do well. And again, if a kid does something well, but they only want to think what something else they do well and don't want to listen, then it doesn't matter what we say. We're fortunate enough we have kids and we have leaders that believe in that and understand that we're going to try and put them in the best position possible to do those things well. And if they do that, they could score, rebound, play defense, or whatever it may be. And I think, we've got a lot of experience, so this group's been around it, and they even portray it to the new kids like, just have faith, and you're going to get put in spots so you can be successful.
When I talked to you before the season, you said you scheduled your non-conference teams the way you did because if you screwed up, you had time to recover. Well, obviously, you guys have thrived over the first 7, and your loss is not only a good one, but it continues to look better as the season goes on. Are you a little surprised at how well you guys have started?
Nothing with these guys surprised me because they love it. They love to compete, and they would walk on the floor against anyone and have full faith. Playing them on the road and having the schedule we had, we put our kids in a tough situation. But we always like to do that early because you have time to recover, but I also learn a lot about our kids and a great teaching tool. And those things that happen early, they can't take away from them, and they can't forget them. But we also can't be satisfied. There's a lot to go. I think we're a team that can play with just about anybody, but we're also a team that can get beat by just about anybody. So we've got to stay true to what we do, and it's fun and it's enjoyable. But come tomorrow at practice, UB is our focus.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.